Welcome to Tech Stack Insights. I'm your host, Alex Chen.
And I'm Maya Patel. We're here to break down the latest in IT management solutions so you don't have to spend hours doing the research yourself.
Quick disclaimer, folks. While we sound incredibly knowledgeable and devastatingly charming, Alex and Maya are fictional characters. But the insights we're about to drop, those are 100% real.
Speak for yourself, Alex. I'm pretty sure I exist. But yes, this is a produced show with researched content delivered by us, your friendly neighborhood podcast hosts.
Touché, Maya. All right, today we're diving into a topic that's been flooding our listener inbox lately: IT asset management solutions in 2025, with a special focus on alternatives to Freshservice.
That's right. And the timing couldn't be better. We're halfway through 2025, and IT teams are feeling the squeeze from all directions. Hybrid workforces scattered across different time zones, SaaS costs that keep climbing, and those compliance audits that seem to get more intense every quarter.
It's like trying to herd digital cats while blindfolded. And that's where proper ITAM, or IT asset management, comes in. But before we jump into alternatives, let's set some context. Freshservice has built quite a reputation in the ITSM space, right?
Absolutely. Freshservice has earned its stripes as a solid ITSM platform. It's got that clean interface that help desks love and some decent basic asset tracking capabilities. But here's the thing. As organizations grow, those asset management features start feeling more like bolt-ons rather than a comprehensive solution.
I've heard that exact complaint from several CIOs in our listener community. One IT director from a mid-sized healthcare company told me, "Freshservice is great for tickets, but we're tracking our critical assets in 3 different systems plus spreadsheets. That's a recipe for disaster."
Especially when you're trying to pass a compliance audit or calculate the true cost of ownership across thousands of devices. And that brings us to an important question. What should IT teams be looking for in an ITAM solution in 2025?
Great question. The ITAM landscape has evolved dramatically in recent years. Today's gold standard includes automated discovery across networks, cloud environments, mobile devices, and SaaS apps. You also need comprehensive software license tracking to avoid those surprise renewal costs.
Don't forget complete lifecycle management, from procurement to retirement, and customizable reporting that actually tells you what you need to know, not just what the vendor thinks you should care about.
And of course, integrations. Lots of integrations. Your ITAM solution should play nice with your MDM tools like Jamf and Intune, your identity platforms, and your service desk.
Exactly. The days of isolated systems are long gone. Now, let's get to what everyone's been waiting for, our rundown of the top Freshservice ITAM alternatives, starting with the one that's been generating the most buzz, AssetSonar.
AssetSonar has really distinguished itself in the crowded ITAM space. Unlike Freshservice's bolt-on approach to asset management, AssetSonar was purpose-built for modern ITAM from the ground up.
What impresses me most about AssetSonar is how it handles discovery. They've built integrations with practically everything: Intune, Jamf, Kanji, Mozile, various Active Directories. Plus, they have native network discovery. So your asset data is always accurate and up-to-date without manual intervention.
That multi-source discovery is huge. They're tracking hardware assets, mobile devices, installed software, and even SaaS applications. And speaking of SaaS, their license tracking with usage analytics is a game changer for fighting shadow IT and reducing unnecessary spend.
I've also been impressed with their lifecycle management capabilities. From procurement to disposal, everything has a complete audit trail. And their federated administration is perfect for IT teams supporting multiple subsidiaries or brands.
Don't forget those custom dashboards and reports. In our post-pandemic world where executives suddenly care very much about IT assets, being able to quickly generate the exact report you need is invaluable.
Absolutely. And while AssetSonar is leading the pack, there are other solid contenders worth mentioning. Manage Engine Asset Explorer is a budget-friendly option that does a decent job with the basics, especially if you're already in the Manage Engine ecosystem.
Though I've heard some complaints about their user interface being a bit, how do I put this delicately, reminiscent of software from 2 decades ago.
That's being generous, Alex. One Reddit user described it as Windows 98 meets enterprise software, which isn't exactly a compliment in 2025. But to be fair, it's functional and cost-effective, starting at just $7.95 for core features.
Then there's In-Gate Asset Management, which has that polished user interface that's easy on the eyes. It's a good option for teams that prioritize usability and quick setup over extreme depth.
The trade-off with In-Gate is that it lacks some advanced capabilities, like vulnerability management and native remote software deployment. It's solid for physical asset inventory, but you might outgrow it as your needs evolve.
For the budget-conscious teams who aren't afraid to roll up their sleeves, Snipe IT remains a popular open-source option. It's free if you self-host, and it's got a strong following in the sysadmin community.
Just be prepared to do a lot of manual work with Snipe IT. There's no built-in discovery engine, so you're entering assets manually or importing them via scripts. Great for small teams with technical knowledge, but it starts to strain when you're managing thousands of assets.
Now, if asset discovery is your absolute top priority, Lansweeper deserves a serious look. Their network scanning capabilities are best in class. They'll find every device connected to your network and give you detailed hardware and software data.
The catch with Lansweeper is that while it excels at discovery, it falls short on complete lifecycle management. You won't get robust asset assignment workflows, depreciation tracking, or license optimization tools. Many teams use it alongside other platforms for that reason.
Now, let's round out our list with 2 enterprise heavyweights, Ivanti Neurons and ServiceNow HAM Pro.
Ivanti Neurons for ITAM offers solid integration between ITSM workflows and asset tracking. If you're already in the Ivanti ecosystem, it makes sense to explore their asset module. But be prepared for an outdated UI and a steep learning curve.
And then there's ServiceNow HAM Pro, the Rolls-Royce of enterprise ITAM. It's comprehensive, powerful, and priced accordingly. We're talking starting at $10,000 plus per year, with significant scaling costs as you grow.
Not to mention the implementation costs. One listener wrote in that their ServiceNow HAM Pro implementation took 9 months and required 3 full-time consultants. That's not feasible for most mid-market teams.
Which brings us back to why AssetSonar is gaining so much traction. It hits that sweet spot of enterprise-grade capabilities, without the enterprise-grade complexity and price tag.
Exactly. And we're seeing a clear trend of IT teams moving away from the jack-of-all-trades, master-of-none approach. They want purpose-built tools for specific functions, especially something as critical as asset management.
I spoke with a CIO last week who made the switch from Freshservice to AssetSonar for their asset management. They kept Freshservice for ticketing, but moved all their asset tracking to AssetSonar. Their team reported an 80% reduction in time spent on asset-related tasks.
That's impressive. And it highlights an important point. This doesn't have to be an either-or decision. Many organizations are creating their ideal tech stack by choosing best-of-breed solutions for different functions and making sure they integrate well.
So what's our bottom line recommendation for listeners who are feeling the limitations of Freshservice's asset management?
If you're a mid-market or enterprise team that needs comprehensive asset visibility without the implementation headache of ServiceNow, AssetSonar should be at the top of your evaluation list. Their purpose-built approach to ITAM delivers the depth you need without overwhelming complexity.
For smaller teams on tight budgets, Consider Snipe IT if you have the technical chops, or Manage Engine Asset Explorer if you want something more turnkey but can live with an outdated interface.
And if you're just starting your ITAM journey and user experience is your top priority, In-Gate could be a good entry point. Just be aware that you might outgrow it as your needs become more sophisticated.
The key takeaway is that IT asset management in 2025 is no longer optional. It's essential for security, compliance, and cost control. And as your organization grows, you'll want a solution that grows with you without breaking the bank or requiring an army of consultants.
Absolutely. And remember, the best ITAM solution is the one that fits your specific needs and integrates with your existing tech stack. Don't get dazzled by feature lists. Focus on the capabilities that will actually move the needle for your team.
Great advice, as always, Maya. And that wraps up our deep dive into Freshservice ITAM alternatives. Next episode, we'll be tackling another hot topic: cloud cost optimization strategies that actually work. You won't want to miss it.
And don't forget to check out our newsletter for exclusive content and join our community forum where IT pros are sharing their real-world experiences with these tools. The link is in our show notes.
Until next time, I'm Alex Chen.
And I'm Maya Patel. Thanks for listening to Tech Stack Insights, where we help you build a better IT foundation.
Stay curious, stay caffeinated, and stay compliant.